Hello everyone and welcome back to Codestar Technologies. This is one of the best tech YouTube channel, and it happens to be one of the fastest growing online learning platform here in Kenya and Africa at large. In our today's topic, our topic is driven by you guys because in every video I normally ask you to write something on the comment section or share some of the videos that you'd like me to do. And there is one question that I've been getting from you. Even most of you have happened to call, like I think 4 guys. Most of you happen to WhatsApp me, even from Facebook. Most of you have been asking this kind of question. Let me just read from one of these comments from the comments that you normally post here. And this is a video that I did about how to develop a simple multi-vendor e-commerce which is integrated with M-Pesa SDK API. It's like having most store kind of an e-commerce where you can rent those kind of online shops to guys who normally have physical shops and they don't want to, or they cannot afford to create an e-commerce. So this is one of the best video that you can go through and learn a lot about this kind of stuff. Now let me just go right away to the comment that I'm interested, and it's from Isaac Barare. It's just one day ago. Isaac said this: hello Eric, thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you, but Isaac, what you share freely is so much. May God bless you. Thank you, Isaac. May God bless you too. Kindly help me understand this. How do you integrate M-Pesa with a PHP application without using the SDK push approach? Like, is it possible to get back to the payment, the payment details to a database when, for example, a customer will take a till number, enter themselves in their M-Pesa number and pay? That is, you initiate the transaction just using the M-Pesa API application, that is. So that is what Isaac is asking, and it's a question that most of you have been asking. And I'd like first of all to start with the scenario where you can see this one being applied. For example, when you go to supermarket, a long time ago people used to ask you for the phone number if you want to make the payments via Lipa na M-Pesa. So you'll just narrate, pair the phone number, and once you give them the phone number, they will type it on the point of sale, then click the push button for you to enter the PIN, and the transaction is going to be, the amount is going to be deducted from your M-Pesa account. So that's how it works. But now it was not something which I can call it ethical to share phone numbers. That's why Safaricom came up with different ways of initiating this kind of transaction using the method that Isaac is asking. And then I happened to reply to Isaac and I told him to stay tuned because this is one of the videos that I was planning to do because of this question. So now let me first of all take you through the Daraja, and now you can see on Daraja account you need to create an application, and once you create an application you can consume these APIs that you can see here. So this one about M-Pesa Express is the SDK push. Then we have got customer to business, which is a register URL for validation, conversion, and simulate transaction, those kind of stuff. This is now what Isaac is asking for, this kind of API. Now what happens is that you normally, when you do any transaction, like when you go to M-Pesa, pay by Lipa na M-Pesa, either you choose pay bill or buy goods, because any can be used to integrate with Lipa na M-Pesa, either online or whatever. Then once you get to buy goods, for example, you will enter the till number. Once you enter the till number, you enter the amount, enter the PIN, and make the payment. Then the message is sent to M-Pesa. M-Pesa does the transaction. Once the transaction are done, M-Pesa sends reply message to you, that is to your phone number, and to the business phone number that is normally receive this kind of SMS. But now here on this API, you can also tell the, how do you call them, the Safaricom to kind of share the transaction using to this URL that you've registered here. So you just specify a link and then you send to them. Then they will be sharing this information, the same message to you, and you can make use of that data to kind of analyze and all those kind of transaction on your system or point of sale. So how does it work? That is our today's video. I'm just creating the foundation so that you can understand how it works. Now the rest is business to customer. We'll do that. Maybe like, for example, if you want to make payments to customer, things like those ones. This is one of the API that you can use. Transaction status, account balance, reversals, all those kind of stuff you can also kind of interact with. There are very many APIs which you can interact with. But now, before we go ahead, thank you guys for your support. For those guys who have been sending a small amount to support this channel, and even calling me personally, like you normally call guys and say thank you guys, thank you Rico, blah blah blah, and all that. I do appreciate a lot. It means a lot just to get that one call or message or SMS and all those kind of ones, to make someone to feel motivated. Now, to just showcase how STK push does. Now when you go to this codestar.co.ke and click advertise, you can see here there is this nini, you can write like your Codestar if you have a business. I'm just saying this one. I would like to kind of showcase how STK push does or works. So here you can advertise your business. Just if you are selling like products, if you want me to mention your business on these videos and all those kind of stuff, you can just do this. Get to the advertisement, share this information like the way you can see here. It will cost you just 500, and I will give that information that you give me, like the location of your business. You can specify some of the products or services that you normally offer, then the prices, or people can contact you, things like those ones. And this can be a very nice thing for the guys who are either selling computers, because I always keep on telling there are so many guys, students who need laptops and all those kind of stuff. So even if you can just kind of share this information, you'll advertise and expand the market to your business, because business is all about trust. So if I can trust you, then my followers also can trust you. That's how business works. Now just share that information, and once you share the information, like you say your contact, what you normally offer, maybe in the final year projects that you normally code for the guys, and what are some of the final year's products project maybe that you have, the prices and all those kind of stuff. Even if it's a poster, you can just write that information, and you can even WhatsApp me to tell me about to send either it's a poster I can show doing my video here. So when you click that one, you click pay now, and what happens is that it normally pushes that transaction to my phone. I don't know why, what has happened. I would like to go back to see whether there is any problem with I think network. My network here is not kind of working that well. That is my phone network. Now once it does that, the transaction is going to be, the amount is going to be deducted from how do we call it, from my M-Pesa account. And once it is deducted, what happens is that now after amount is deducted, now we can go ahead. So that's how STK push works, and we have done so many videos about STK push. If you want to understand more about how Daraja API works, you can check this video and all those kind of stuff. So let's not waste a lot of time on that. Let's jump direct to our session. Now I've got a domain here, and I have a subdomain which I normally use, which is Rico Banks. As you can see, this is a subdomain which I normally use for practice and all those kind of stuff. And one thing, I have got a folder here named payments, and inside that folder there are just two important files that you need to have. The first one is a confirmation URL and register URL. So you just need to start with you can start with the access token, then you go to register URL, then confirmation. So access token, we can jump right away here. And access token, what you normally do is to pass the consumer key and consumer secret. For example, when you go to Daraja, when you create an application, you'll be in a position to see all those ones, but this one is for the sandbox. When you go to M-Pesa, how do we go login? Login like that, password is invisible. So then we get to how do we call it? I don't know why it's my application. I don't know why it's not showing. So when you click here, it's supposed to, it will show you your application together with the consumer key and the consumer secret. So that's what you are going to write here on the consumer secret and consumer key. Now then you put this code here. This one enables you to get the access code, this code. Once you get the access code, now that is not, it's just for security purposes. Then we get to the next one, which is register URL. Register URL, here you normally pass the access token, which is this page for the access token. When you check this one, you have got the access token, which is this one, which is used to create the token for security. Then after that, the register URL, after getting the access token, it will pass the information to this one. This is just a live API. Then you will enter your shortcode, which is your paybill number or till number here. In case maybe you have got head office number is the one that you normally provide here. Then I'll pass, there is these two links like confirmation and validation URL. These are the ones that you normally pass them here. Then you do the rest like that. Now you register only the URL once. They are only registered once. Then the other one is confirmation. Confirmation is now the page that will be receiving the transaction. Whenever any transaction happens, whether it's online or offline, something like that, this is where you normally receive that information. So you get the response, that is the message, and the message now you can store it to the database. So Isaac, where you are asking about to store the data to the database, you normally do it here. But in this case, I'm just storing it in a file called M-Pesa confirmation response.txt. Then like that. Now, so you can have it, you save and all that. Let's go ahead and test. And to test, I'm supposed to just click where I want to click here. So we don't have this. If I click, where? Let me first of all open a link and put something we call register URL, something like that. So register URL, it's supposed to tell me that register of URL, it's registered, something like that. Is it register URL? Yes, it's supposed to be register URL. Payments, register URL. So register URL, it's supposed to be telling me what your URL are registered. Let me close this one. Validation, confirmation URL. Validation and confirmation URL are already registered actually. Yeah, so that is what is supposed to be telling me. Now after that, so the URLs are registered. That is the URL that I was talking about. These ones, the confirmation and validation. Validation, we are not going to use it right now. What we are using is confirmation. Now for the confirmation, it's just to show confirmation of any transaction. But first of all, I'd like to initiate transaction via my phone. So to do that, I'm going to open my M-Pesa APK. That is what we call Safaricom. Then M-Pesa, Lipa na M-Pesa. I will enter, mine is buy goods, and then I will enter the pay bill number, not pay bill, it's buy goods. That is 598923. Now I click OK, enter amount. Let me just do 1 bob. Okay, then you enter your pin. Once you enter your pin, you click OK. Mlikuwa mnangojea niwaambie pin. So yeah, that is the message. Cancel. For the transaction to go through, I have to wait until I get the message. Now the message for M-Pesa, it's here on my phone. So what has happened is that now if I come here, because I said register URL will create a file called M-Pesa. Even here like that, I'm supposed to see this one. So the transaction needs to have happened maybe somewhere like 10:20. Now it's now 10:20. So if I open this file for M-Pesa, you'll see that it has shared the transaction here. This is the time, this is the code, this is the amount that I've paid to this till number, something like that. So that it is how it works. So I think right now you have learned something, and you just store that data to the database. And now what happens that when you store it to the database, when the cashier wants to check whether transaction is paid, they'll just press the button, and they press the button to check whether transaction exists. Of either you can search by amount, the total amount, or the latest transaction that has happened. And when you search like that one, because what, let me show you, because this one can also include how do we call it, can also include it also has the ref number. You can have reference number if it is a buy goods. Where is ref number? Invoice number. This one you can use these two if it is a unique transaction you want to check. But in supermarket, sometimes you might not have invoice number or ref numbers or things like those ones. So what happens is that you just check the latest transaction, and once you check the latest transaction by either the amount that the client has paid, maybe something like that, and it's going to show you the transaction from the database. Then if they have to pay extra cash, maybe something like that, you have to calculate manually as a cashier, then give out the change. So basically that's how register URL works, and I hope you've learned something, guys. Make sure you give the video thumbs up. That is also you share to as many people as you can, because that's how you normally support this channel. And pia namba ya M-Pesa ndio hiyo, msishinde mkiuliza huyu jamaa kwani tutamsupport lini. Hii 0700711233. At least because sometimes you normally ask this question, and actually you can imagine someone is working for, I'm working for a different stuff, and working for this different stuff I have to stop my work sometimes to answer your questions. Wengine wanga wanakasirika, mtu anakasirika anaanza kudhani ni kama naringa na information yangu, but it's not like that actually. Sometimes I have to be serious with what I normally do. Kama ni kazi ya mtu nafanya, those are some of the things that I have to. So sometimes it's not because nataka kunyamaza, it's not like that. So thank you guys, continue supporting. If you've not subscribed, can click that subscribe button, just smash it very hard, such that every video that comes on this platform you can get it. And maybe if you might need the source code for this one, you'll not the one that I've done right now. That's one I'll share in the description, you'll get it, but most of the code I normally share it on this one. That is you can see there is a drive here which you click the link and you'll get this one for multi-vendor e-commerce. And maybe I can finish up with explaining a little bit about some of the videos which are here, guys. Most of you are not aware. Sometimes you normally ask questions about a video that I've done. So you can see the USSD application here. So if you need to know much about how USSD works, I developed a simple USSD for vehicle insurance. M-Pesa, how it works. There is M-Pesa. You'll get to learn how you can advertise your business on Facebook. that is Facebook ads. This is another video. How to install digital certificate, there is this one. There is another one which I did lately about creating an e-commerce using WooCommerce plugin, and also you integrate it with Lipa na M-Pesa. This is another video that it's doing very well. Even comments forum system. This is a very tough thing that to do. Sometimes it's good you can check. There is this simple project for maybe this DICT students, a garbage system. We have got how to generate PDFs, multi-vendor e-commerce. We have got this kind of a machine learning system for movie recommendation. We have got just reading texts, image in PHP, e-commerce, Python programming, how to host a system. This is a question that most of you normally ask about it. Sometimes when you're hosting, you get stuck and all those kind of stuff. So this is a very nice video. You will get to understand how it works. A point of sale, which you can get free sometimes because the source code is on the description, which is even integrated with Lipa na M-Pesa, and it's Python. So what you just need is to get the source code, package it, make sure you configure your Lipa na M-Pesa, that is you go live, and install it on your machine. Only what you just need is to make sure the machine is connected to the internet so that you can get any transaction that is done via M-Pesa. So there are a lot of videos which you can watch here and learn a lot. We have got video call, we have got SMS, which is another video that one of my friends was asking about. So there is a lot you can learn from here. So thank you guys for your support. Continue sharing our videos. Make sure you subscribe and give them thumbs up. See you on the next one. I know I have a lot of videos which are lined up, but I would like to ask you to continue supporting this channel because your support means a lot. And sometimes, because nowadays when you're watching a video utapatana na to advertisement and all those kind of stuff, don't miss to watch those adverts because hapo ndio pesa inakujianga. So thank you guys, see you on the next one.